Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And we are now joined again by Dr. Stephanie Bathurst. Excited to have her here as a clinician and sexologist at Bathurst Family Therapy. Again, you can go to the website. It's BATHURST familytherapy.com to find out more about what she does. But she is licensed as a therapist and board certified sexologist in the states of Hawaii, Florida, Virginia, and Maryland. Also certified as a life coach, which she can work with you anywhere, and as an integrative medicine specialist for mental health. Welcome back today. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well. It's wonderful to be back and to see you.
Great. Are you in Hawaii right now?
Yes, I am.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Wonderful. So let me ask, well, for new listeners today to get to know you a little bit, tell us about yourself and your services to start.
Sure. Yeah. So I am a clinical therapist and board certified sexologist. I provide a lot of different services. So my business, Bathurst Family Therapy, we offer a 90-day program, an intensive program that's kind of hybrid, which offers group therapy and one-on-one therapy, as well as pre-recorded video lessons, 30 pre-recorded video lessons for convenience. We also offer Hawaiian retreats, in-person couples Hawaiian retreats, one-to-one therapy sessions, pretty traditionally, and many other things like pelvic floor conditioning programs, a lot of services to kind of cherry pick what works for you best.
Great. Yeah, we had a great conversation last time. I got to know you and, of course, about the services you offer, but there are so many. Where did you want to go for today? What part of your, practice did you want to share with our listeners?
I think I'd love to talk more about the couples retreat. We have that coming up really quickly, a couple open spots for the June 26th and the July 2nd weeks, which is really exciting. And a lot of my clients are really, really excited about that new prospect, that new service that we are opening up in Hawaii. So to talk more about that would be really fantastic.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Tell us.
So it's going to be located here in Oahu. The accommodations are located on the North Shore, which is fantastic. But the excursions are going to be kind of all around the island. Oahu itself, you can kind of drive, depending on turtle traffic, it may take a little bit longer, but you can kind of drive around the whole island in about an hour and a half. So it's not a massive island, but in the 5-day time, we put in about 4 hours of intensive therapeutic workshops, as well as 2 to 4 hours of really fun vacation-based excursions. So you do a lot of work, but it feels really fun.
Yeah.
You get that kind of nice balance, which is fantastic. You're not totally burnt out by the end of the trip. So that's really, we've put a lot of effort and work into making sure that this experience is super, super constructive for long-term growth for all of the couples that join it, but also feel like rejuvenating and restorative for everybody who comes, because you really need that for a vacation. Everybody gets very limited time off.
Oh my goodness. And you say we as a team. So how many people? What's the plan? Do you?
Yeah, so right now we have myself. I'm going to be the lead clinician for all of the therapeutic workshops. And I'll go over what those workshops are, because those are really fun and fantastic. And then we have my business development representative, Lainey, who is fantastic. And she's going to be working with all of the like local groups and companies that we're kind of marrying with. And we have our administrative assistant, Melissa, who is also amazing, and just making sure that every client who is on board is getting reminders and feeling totally cared for, having all of their questions answered so that it's a totally streamlined process. And then my husband is actually going to be taking care of all of the excursions. So it's going to be a family business, which we're really excited about.
Awesome. I love
Yeah,
it. I wish I can come.
you're welcome to.
Oh, with a 6 and 8-year-old, it's hard, with kids. But
Oh, I
that's
know it is. Yeah.
yeah, it is. But that's exciting work you're doing. Oh my goodness. And what can we expect during this time? To give us some more examples of what we're going to be doing if I come.
Yeah, so the workshops that we have preset and pre-planned. So there's libido rejuvenation, resentment repair, the last stage of Gottman methodology, which is more focused on like the attachment or reattachment of the relationship, tantric breath work, introduction to kink, which is super fun. So we're going to give everybody personalized quizzes to make sure that we're able to uh, really attend to what their interests are, because kink is a huge umbrella.
What is
So
kink? I want to hear. I want to hear some about that too in a minute. Go ahead.
okay. Holistic medicine for personal and individual enlightenment and health, mindfulness and meditative movement types, and then aphrodisiacs and arousal amplifiers. So those are the workshops that we've preset, which is really fantastic.
Awesome. It is exciting, exciting. Wow. And by the way, and just to point out to everyone that clearly the work that you're doing, you're very passionate about it. You're highly educated. We spoke about all your qualifications, last week. And also another part of you is you do health coaching as well, right? So in other
Yeah.
states, people can work with you if you're not in those states that I mentioned, that she can help you. And with the health coaching and life coaching, can you do like sex coaching as well? Is that part of it?
100%. Yep.
Good. So
Yeah.
you can learn more about this stuff with her. Okay, good. Good to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I find my education, my knowledge, my compassion as a clinician is the exact same, whether I'm providing coaching or clinical therapy. Yeah, I'm more than happy to offer a lot of the sexological advice and recommendations through the coaching forum.
Awesome. Love it. Thank you so much. What else is new for us today?
Okay, and then for the couples retreat, the excursion part, we have Hawaiian sunset picnic. We
Ooh,
have yoga and Pilates on the beach. We talked a lot. You and I talked a lot about
yeah.
Pilates in the last meeting, which was really interesting. And not a whole lot of people are familiar with that yet. Hopefully, they will be. Stand-up paddle boarding and surf lessons. We have a Hawaiian luau with dinner,
So
hiking at
cool.
some of the famous lookouts, snorkeling with turtles, and then the Waimea Botanical Gardens, which is just absolutely stunning if you've ever been.
Oh my, no, I have not. Oh my goodness. I've been to the New York Botanical Gardens. That's about it.
Well, I'm
But
sure it's beautiful there too.
I'm sure, but no, I think Hawaii, oh my God, it's even more amazing. This is great. This is great.
Yeah.
This is exciting. One more time. What are the dates again?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing retreats throughout the year. The 2 dates that we still have 1 or 2 spots open during the week is June 26th to the 30th and July 2nd to the 7th.
Got it.
And this is for couples who have already done some background work, some foundational work for their relationship, meaning that you've already done a little bit of couples counseling, you've worked on your communication, there's no active resentment that is breeding in your relationship. We are looking for already stabilized systems. This is just for intimacy enhancement and amplification.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. This is so cool. Now, how many of these retreats have you done in the past?
This is the
Or this
first.
is the initial,
Mhm.
and we talked about
I
retreats last time. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're
Wow.
excited. Yep.
Awesome. What
Hmm.
else?
So I mean, for the retreats, that's kind of it. I mean, we have so much. I mean, I can talk about that all day, but we and we can, but yeah,
Where
we
is
have
everyone staying? Like, do you like, I mean, I'm sure it's all planned out, the accommodations and all, but
yeah,
are you all at the
yeah.
same resort in a sense or same
So we have some staying in a
house?
common, so all private rooms,
Hmm.
private bathrooms. We have, it's kind of like a bed and breakfast thing. So
Okay.
we provide all of the hearty breakfasts, and we drop them off, and you can either eat breakfast in bed with your partner and really enjoy like the solitude and the privacy of that, or take the breakfast basket that we drop off and bring it to the beach and really enjoy that before our morning meditation and group intention setting that we offer before the workshops begin each morning, which is really like settling and grounding, kind of anchoring for the day.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, the accommodations are going to be on the North Shore, so anywhere
Okay.
from Haleiwa to Turtle Bay Resort.
Mm-hmm.
And onto the beach, walking distance to restaurants, to the beach. You have total access, although we provide all the transportation to anywhere that you need to go, pick up and drop off to the airport. So everything's kind of taken care of for you while you're here.
Is your husband going too? Is he part of it? Is he helping you out?
Yeah, to be honest, I founded my private practice in 2014, and it was kind of just me for many, many years. And then I started to bring Lainey and Melissa on, and my husband's going to be he's going to be taking on the property management and the excursion part so that I can just do what I love and what I'm great at, which is therapy and clinical services. And I won't have to manage a whole lot of the business stuff, which is amazing for me. I love what I do, and I'm excited to do exactly that.
Awesome. So excited to have you here. And by the way, if you're just tuning in, Dr. Stephanie Bathurst, remind us of how we can reach out to you, all forms of contact.
Yes, absolutely. You can reach out to me at help@bathurstfamilytherapy.com. My website is bathurstfamilytherapy.com, and our phone number is 215-501-7452.
Awesome. So as our intimacy experts and all you do, what else is a big topic of conversation that you work on clients with that you think would maybe be helpful for us on our show today that you want to share? Is there something in particular that's been coming up lately with clients, or something you think that's important for us to kind of dive into for today?
Oh man, I mean, I work with such varied demographics with clients. I mean, the specialties they kind of range pretty widely. So anything from porn addiction to low libido, resentment repair from infidelity, discernment counseling, sexual trauma, navigating ethical non-monogamy, holistic treatment of anxiety, depression, ADHD. So it's kind of like a wide gamut. I don't know what we can hop into today. I think any of them would be pretty good because I think most of them are widely needed. I have a pretty wide clientele who are in need of those services on a pretty regular basis. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Thank you. Bathurstfamilytherapy.com. Don't forget, go to the website there. You can reach out to her as well. The clinical therapy, the coaching, the couples coaching. I know we talked a lot about the pelvic floor. Last time we spoke, was that last week or was that 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Perfect. And then I also, we'll talk about that, but then there was that flow formula you did. What was it called? There was a program. I want to know more about that too. So whatever order you want to talk in, go ahead. It's your show. I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, the flow formula program. Yeah, it's a 90-day program.
Okay.
And it is intensive. So we do ask like 8 hours a week commitment for you to put forth toward the group therapy, the one-to-one therapy, the online video lessons that are pre-recorded, and the amount of homework or resources that I provide within that structure. So it's a lot of work, but within a 90-day time, you get out about a year and a half of traditional therapy, right? Like it's the equivalent of a year and a half of traditional therapy. So it's a lot in 3 months, but it is so worth it. The program's fantastic. So it's 4 steps. It's broken into 4 steps, and it's built upon itself. So it progresses from step 1, which is find yourself. Step 2 is learning patterns. Step 3 is observing and applying. And step 4 is working together. So we work on individual awareness and stabilization because, to be honest, your system can only be as healthy as its individual counterparts, right?
Yep.
And then we go to awareness of dyadic or relational patterns that may not be so healthy, and being able to disrupt some of those unhealthy feedback loops and bring in or habituate healthier ones. And then we transition to more of a systemic approach, really treating the whole system for long-term positive effects. So it kind of builds on itself so that we're not just changing one superficial issue and then the client has to come back a couple months or a couple of years later because we haven't solved the core problem. We're really attending to all problems at a core level so that hopefully they don't need to come back at all. They're totally self-sustainable, which is the entire purpose of therapy.
Awesome. Oh, all right, good. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we really try, this is my philosophy on therapy, on what I do. We want this process to be all encompassing, inclusive. I try to give my clients as many resources, as much support as I possibly can, with the intention to encourage them to become as independent as quickly as possible, right? Like we want for them to be successful in managing their own happiness and managing their own successful relationships. We just have to be able to respect the boundary of what is supportive and encouraging versus what is overwhelming and demotivating, right? And everybody has that line of what feels like way too much information and too flooding versus what is kind of like a scaffolding effect of support and resources to help them not feel so alone or lost or isolated in how to make the next step of change and growth.
Interesting. Thank you so much. And just remind us, Dr. Stephanie Bathurst, again, how we can reach you.
Absolutely. So you can reach out to me via our website inquiry form at bathurstfamilytherapy.com. You can also reach out to us via email at help@bathurstfamilytherapy.com. Our phone number is 215-501-7452.
And you offer a 15-minute free consultation, correct?
Absolutely. We offer free consultations for anybody interested. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, on the website, if you go there, there's I just share something if you don't mind. A few testimonials is important to know, the hands that you're in, and you're on good hands, obviously, with her. Paul from Texas says she helped us save our marriage. Even though things are normal now, we continue to see her to help us improve our marriage to an even better state. Also, there's Adrina from Ohio. Each and every experience with her has been positive as she strives to meet clients' needs professionally. Allie from Virginia says she's really perceptive. I look forward to meeting with her and feel supported. Ronald says, I found her genuine, relaxed demeanor helps me remain engaged in the process, even when it's difficult. Dr. Stephanie's a pro, able to distill issues deep down to the roots. Her attributes, result in meaningful progress from on the first session onward. There's no time wasted with Dr. Stephanie. As someone who has worked with several counselors and therapists, Dr. Stephanie is among the best, if not the best. Wow. She does not have a one-size-fits-all approach. She's able to get couples to work through issues to get to a place of happiness, regardless of what their vision for their relationship may be. She listens and guides her clients with the grace and skill that is elegant and steady. Dallas from Maryland. So, oh my goodness, gotta feel good, right? Clearly loving what you're doing, and you're helping so many people. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel really honored to receive such positive feedback from my clients. And to be honest, I still am predominantly referral based from outside clinics, from other colleagues in different fields, and from past clients that I even saw like 5-10 years ago. And I think that says a lot about the amount of care and commitment and authenticity that I bring to each and every session. It doesn't feel stuffy and sterile because I am who I am, and I bring that to every meeting with each client. So hopefully, we are who we are, and we try our very best to adapt the approaches and the styles and the treatment plan to be exactly what each client needs. And I think that makes it more successful for them.
So when is your reality show starting with you and your clients? Really?
Gosh, that makes me feel anxious.
But you've done a lot of TV, you had a lot of publicity. That would make you anxious, really.
Yeah, I am not a publicity kind of person.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
my
no,
goodness.
you're wonderful to talk to. So I enjoy speaking with you,
No,
but this
I
whole
could see this whole like this would be like a great like especially for like the retreat if you're like filming it. Of course, the couples had to be okay with it, but like
right,
it would be
yeah.
a great little like a great docu-series on like Netflix watching couples on this retreat with you and working with them. Not a bad idea. It's a whole nother issue. Some people want to be private, but some people don't.
That's true, yeah.
And anything new since the last we spoke? Any other client stories you want to share, maybe? Or,
Um, no, I mean, I think we're just kind of working away and making sure that everybody is, resolving their problems and finding that kind of reconnection and level of fulfillment and intimacy that they are seeking. I think as a society, we don't teach a whole lot of emotional and relational intelligence
hmm
in our school systems and our family systems to the degree that we should, which would allow us to find the level of like quality of life and
yeah.
fulfillment that we all deserve. And so I think that's kind of just what I'm trying to do on a daily basis, and
Let
hopefully
me
I'm meeting that
let
goal.
me ask this. I'm not married, I've never been, but all my married friends, family, is this like the biggest complaint with couples? Tell me. Oh, it was great the first 6 months. Then we stopped having sex. Oh, then we had children. Then the sex went away. The intimacy's gone. Can that come back? Or is that new and that excitement of something new? Does it end at 6 months and you got to learn to adjust? I mean, people, and I'm going to say this, but it's most men have that expectation that I know of, okay, that they want more sex and they don't understand the body of the female and how they feel and how things change and the time issue. But how do you handle that? I'm sure, does this come up a lot for you? It's just something we always talk about with friends and family all the time.
Yeah, I think it's unrealistic for us to expect the continuation of that new relationship energy of the honeymoon phase of a relationship because
That's what it's called.
biochemically,
Yep.
yeah, because biochemically, right, like what we feel in that honeymoon phase is phenylethylamine, which is a hormone, and it burns really hot, but it burns out really quickly. It's based on novelty experiences. So once the novelty of the relationship is gone, because you've been in the relationship for an extended period of time, which is usually around 6 months to 1 year, because it's not novel anymore, the hormone is no longer onset, right? You
Mhm.
can't reactivate that just by being present with one another anymore. You have to reactivate that by choosing new and different behaviors of novelty if you're wanting the exact same biochemical experience and flood. So I think, and there are many wonderful things about the romantic phase of relationship. It's just different. So we either have to accept the differences and embrace the differences of the next phase of a relationship, or adapt your behavior so that you can elicit the same biochemical response in a different way.
Interesting. Perfect. That's what I hear all the time. Everyone complains about that.
Yeah. Well, it's confusing because it was there one day and then it's gone the next, and we're not always sure why.
Yes. All right. But okay. Okay. Interesting. And have you found some females that have more of a sexual appetite than their male partners? Do you think more men? But no,
Always.
I'm sure there's
Yeah,
females, right? It works both ways.
absolutely. Yeah, it's not always sex specific or gender
Intimacy.
specific. Yeah.
Hmm
Libido incompatibilities is one of the prominent presenting issues that I work with, and it's not always the male presenting partner wants it more than the female presenting partner. So I think we just have to figure out what the organic libido is for each partner, because oftentimes that's not the core issue, right? There can be psychological barriers, there can be medication impacts, there can be I mean, I
Insecurities
could spend 30 minutes going down
and
the list of
trauma
barriers.
from.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Psoriasis, inflammation disorders that are right. Like there's so much that impacts libido negatively that can be, an active barrier in your connection with one another. And once we attend to those, then we can see what the organic baseline is and if there truly is an incompatibility and what we want to do with that. And sometimes it's really not a big deal once we find acceptance, and for other partners it is a non-negotiable and they have to make some
hmm
hard decisions.
Got it. Well, thank you so much. Pleasure having you back here. And again, remind us about the retreat, how we can find out more information about potentially signing up. if it's not too late?
Oh, of course. Yeah. We have a retreat tab on my website at
Yeah.
bathurstfamilytherapy.com. Feel free to fill out the inquiry form and we will get back to you immediately and do a free call for you to get some more information, and hopefully you can join us. It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And one more time, the website, please.
Sure. bathurstfamilytherapy.com.
Perfect. And I should say happy Easter, happy Passover, happy spring to everyone at the moment. Enjoy your week. I guess we'll be back. Is it in 2 weeks then?
In 2 weeks. Yes. I look
Beautiful.
forward to it.
Same here. Thank you so much. Best of luck to you. Have a fantastic weekend and we'll talk soon. Have a great day.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.